Hello, amazing people. Welcome to this YouTube video. I am super excited that you're here with me. I'm Monique Bradley and I am the Chief Product Tester for the platform Guide to Better Shopping. Now, a lot of people who follow me in social media know that I have a lot of hair. I'm a curly-haired gal. Curly hair often means dry. Over the last few months, I've had a treatment on to relax my curls because on camera, my natural hair makes me look like a poodle. And unless you're a poodle, you don't necessarily want that. So my hair's been relaxed out. It's really heavily color treated and it tends to get, since it's been treated, it's less frizzy than it used to be, but I really have always wanted those beautiful beachy kind of waves or those loose curls. And the team at Guide to Better Shopping searched the internet to see if they could find a product that would be really easy for me to use, that you guys would be able to use as well, which was cost effective and would always deliver that kind of look that you're after. So we have found it and it's in this beautiful tulip looking device here. I really love it. It's basically one of those automatic curling devices. Great thing, I'm going to switch it on for you so you can see it all switching on. There you go. On here, there's buttons up the side that I'll show you as well. I want to increase the heat here. So there's a button with a plus where I can increase the heat and it's just gone up to 410 degrees Fahrenheit, which is about the same heat as a set of GHDs. So you know it's going to be safe for your hair. You can adjust, if your hair is finer, you can adjust the heat, the temperature down lower if your hair is like really super sensitive or it tends to fry a little bit. Maybe it's over color processed or maybe it's a bit too dry. So you can adjust the temperature and then you can actually lock off the temperature as well, which is cool. There's a little lock button on the bottom there. So I know that will be locked and safe. So it's heating up at the moment. Hopefully you can kind of see if I adjust it properly on the light there, you can see that the temperature is changing up, which is brilliant. Now, why this is different from say using GHDs or using a curling wand, first of all, GHDs. Have you ever tried to do that on the back of your hair? It's actually really hard. You have to sit there or stand there with your GHDs and you're trying to sort of twist it and everything. It's really uncomfortable and I can't do it and I end up looking like a cat that's been dragged through a bush backwards, to be fair. It's always really messy. With curling tongs as well, if you're using the curling tongs that have the clip on it, chances are when you put your hair onto the barrel and then you press the clip down, it can actually sometimes like I want to crush your curl a little bit, so you tend not to get like it seems a bit too rigid, a bit too regimented, or it kind of takes a lot of the life out of your hair. So for me, I was looking for a machine that would kind of give me some volume and those beautiful kind of beachy curly waves, which is what this one does. Why it's different is inside here, you can see that gold thing in the middle. So inside there is actually a ceramic coated barrel. So as you pop your hair into the machine, what it does is it takes the hair and it circulates it around or circles it around that barrel. And as it lays against the barrel really gently, it creates the curl for you. It holds your hair in the machine and it beeps and it gives you about 10 seconds to hold the curl. And then the cool thing is once you're done, you just pull the machine off and you've got this beautifully formed ringlet. The great thing about it, and I'm going to show you very shortly how to use it, the great thing about it is as you do your hair, you leave the whole lot of the curls in, and then for that beachy look, after about sort of 5 or 10 minutes of leaving it all to cool down, because you want those curls to set and you don't need to use, I don't use any hairspray or anything on them once I've got the curls in. You leave it to set, leave it to cool down, and then you just brush your fingers through it, or you can use, like I've got this paddle brush here, which has got wide teeth, which gives it a lot of space, or you could use like an afro comb or something like that. Something with a lot of space if you want to kind of brush it through to get more of a wave, but you can simply use your fingers. So first of all, I'm going to show you on a piece of hair here how easy it is to use. No, I want a longer piece actually. So you don't want a too big a piece to use. You want it quite thin. And all you do, I'm doing this in reverse because I'm actually looking at a monitor below the camera so I can see what I'm actually doing. I forgot to mention, on here there's two buttons. There's a left button and a right button, and you choose the button that you want the curl to go. So if you've got hair around your face, the most flattering look is actually curls that move away from your face. So you ideally want to choose the right type of curl. Here, because I'm just going to show you how it works, I'm not too fussed. So you just take a section of hair and you pop it in there and just lie it down. And then the button is underneath this thumb. I'm going to press the button that goes that way, and watch this. There you go. So I hope you can hear that, it's beeping. And once the curl has had enough heat time around the barrel, it will tell me that it's done. So you just gotta wait for it. And it's roughly 10 seconds. Now I'm not gonna do the whole thing, I'm gonna fast forward the whole process so I can show you the end result. But look at this. Let's move the other hair out of the way. Oh, look at that! Compared to the mess that's in the back there. Yeah, so I'll show you a bit more just on the front as well. So I'm going to take this section, and I know a lot of people are concerned about, oh hang on, turn it the right way. A lot of people get concerned about, oh, don't these automatic machines, hang on, I have to think, use the button, I want the curl to go that way. But what happens, does it get your hair tangled? The great thing about the machine is it has a safety mechanism in it. So if you put too much hair in it or it gets stuck around the barrel, it will actually stop. It won't function. So it won't burn your hair. And that's one of the reasons why I really love it. I also like too that it's a ceramic cylinder inside. Oh, look at that. And again, I'm going to let that set. I love that it's ceramic as opposed to metal, because metal can really burn. If you think of an iron, if you put a proper iron on your hair, it's going to burn, right? Whereas being ceramic, the heat transmits through there. I think that's what happens anyway. And you end up with these beautiful, soft, gorgeous waves in your hair, which look amazing. So I'm going to do the whole thing the way that I normally work my hair. So I'm going to start here, but again, I'm not going to make you sit through the whole thing. I'm going to show you the end result, but you're going to see the whole thing on fast forward. I normally take up the whole top section and I do the underneath section first. I can never find any of those alligator clips in my home, so I just do that, looking very attractive. And then I just do all of the underneath first, and then brush it through very quickly. And then I do the top and set the style. So it's a really good idea when you're going to set the style on the top to make sure you know where your part is, if you have a part, or what you're going to do. If you're going to do a center part, one of the things that I really love is to do a zigzag part through the center, and then you get this lovely look of texture and movement in your hair. Anyway, now I'm going to do all the curls and show you how easy it is on fast forward, and then I'm going to show you the end result. So here we go. Okay, so that is half of my hair done, or the bottom half. I've got those real old Victorian kind of ringlets going on, but they will relax out once the hair cools down and once I run my fingers through it. The only way that it normally will catch on your hair is if you put too much hair in it, and then it's just a case of sliding the machine back out if that happens, and you're ready to go again. That's one of the features actually that I love about it, is that it is really safe to use compared to some of the other products on the market. That layer took me about 5 minutes. I'm actually going to get this big chunk in the back here, so I'm still going to isolate the front because I want to be able to style the front. So all up, this whole process should take me about, and I've got a lot of hair, so the whole thing should take me about 10 minutes. Okay, next bit, here we go. Okay, so this is a great example of when it catches. I've actually put too much hair in here and it will just slide back out. So I know I have to put in a little bit less hair, and it did feel a little bit too thick when I did it. So here we go. We're good to go. Okay, it's onto the front. Look at that, beautiful. When I'm doing the front, I always decide first where I want my part to sit. So I kind of have a natural cowlick around there, and I know I want a bit of volume over there. So I will separate my hair there. That's probably, this thickness here will probably be 2 really nice curls. So I'm going to separate that. Here we go. One of the other things that I forgot to mention is on the underside here, this part actually leans against your head, so there's kind of a bit of a groove in there, which makes it really comfortable. So when you pop the hair in, I'm literally leaning that against my scalp and then letting the machine do the work. So easy. Okay, so there you go. That's all of my curls in. The whole thing took me about 10 minutes. If I tried to do this with GHDs, it would take me about an hour because I find twirling the GHDs extremely hard. It takes about the same time as if you were using a like a curling iron. The real difference is I can actually put more hair into this machine than I would put around a curling iron. So it means that I get a kind of a more relaxed type of curl once you see me brush it all out. And I also find that curling irons tend to make my hair really brittle because my hair is so highly color treated. So for me, this is a much gentler process as well. So the next step that I take once I've got all these beautiful ringlets in, and just to let you have a look at the back, I should have it, will probably look a bit funny. They'll be all kind of looking a bit odd. However, this is where the magic happens in the styling. Now normally I don't even have a fan or anything like that. I would normally let it all cool down quite a bit. So I'd probably leave it 5 or 10 minutes, put on my makeup, do something like that. Let it all cool because you want those curls to really set. Because essentially, you know, your hair's quite vulnerable when it's warm. So we want to let it cool down. And I'm not a hairdresser, so I can't tell you any of the science behind it, but I just always know, let it set first. But because, you know, we're all time poor, this is what I do to get those beachy kind of waves. Now it's really bizarre, by the way, because I actually have to do this. I have a monitor under the camera and everything's in reverse, so I can't quite tell what I'm doing. I have to visualize with my mind's eye what it's all gonna look like. And there you go. Beautiful beachy waves. And it was that easy. Isn't that the coolest thing ever? And people think, oh, you know, do you get that done in the salon? Yes, Salon Monique at home. So there you go. I also love that unlike a curling iron, I don't lose any volume. So it's really good for those of you who have really fine hair and you want to add volume. This is definitely the machine for you. Look at that. I look TV ready. How exciting. I'll show you the back so you can see how hopefully it looks okay because I can't see it myself. Normally I would get my partner Pete to tell me what it looks like in the back. So you guys can be my eyes. There you go. Hopefully it's nice and tidy. And it just feels lush. I love that it's not crunchy, it's not dry. And if this is still too ringlety for you, the great thing is if you just want those beautiful waves, grab, like I said, a brush with loads of teeth in it like this or an afro comb, and you can just brush it out to those beautiful long waves. There you go. How's that? And it just keeps that beautiful style. Now, if you've got little sticky arty bits like that, the great thing is at that stage when I'm doing the actual styling, oh, that's so cool. It's quite vintage, isn't it? When I'm doing the actual styling, that's where I might take those excess curls that are sticking outside of sort of the wrong way. I might spray them into the shape that I want, and there you go. How's that? It's pretty good. So I did it right in front of you. No magic, no trickery. This is the machine I use. I don't even know what it's called. All I know is that it is featured on the Guide to Better Shopping website. It's an automatic hair curler. Absolutely brilliant. I use it probably 3 or 4 times a week, and my hair is in beautiful condition, no dryness, and it's so easy to use. You can use it on thick hair, thin hair, curly hair. You can tidy up your curls using it. You can use it on dead straight hair. It's entirely up to you. Ceramic, that's the most important part in the middle, is that ceramic what do you even call that? The ceramic mechanism inside. That's the bit which does the magic, and it does all the hard work for you. So no more having to use your GHDs or your straighteners to try and do those cool curls or beachy waves. There it is, my friends. Right, time for me to go. Thank you so much for watching. Remember, if you want to find out more about the great products that Guide to Better Shopping reviews or has on their website, make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel for Your Fix TV, and make sure you keep coming back because we have more product demonstrations coming up, and I'm going to show you the way things actually work. No trickery. That's what I'm all about. That's my promise to you guys. All right, I'm Monique Bradley. Time to go. See you guys next time. Bye.